little bit of a break, you know, let's be perfectly honest, but we're back now. Lyngby Vikings managing to upset Heroics in a fantastic 2-0 fashion, taking them out in both Dust 2 and Vertigo. Maps which we might not necessarily be seeing today, actually, because Lyngby Vikings themselves have picked up Overpass, Endpoint taking up Mirage for themselves, and, well, I've got myself with me my own pick for here. He's not a map, but, you know, hopefully he can bring us some exciting moments as well. Wild Lady with me on the mic.
Absolutely, I will be bringing the heat. Hopefully more heat coming from Lyngby Vikings, though, because of the fact that they brought the heat in the morning. I mean, it was insane. It was a total massacre, upsetting Heretics. Now, the round, pretty slow to start off with. LV taking it slow towards mid. If you look at Endpoint, they've opted for only one person that has a bit of utility. They have a diffuse kit and a smoke to potentially delay a push. Making their way up towards short. Going to be taking control of toilets very soon, and there's the first fight. Bird able to take down Rio. They're moving into the bomb site now. Oh, this is really good for LV because the CTs, they're isolated and they're being pushed back. Bird takes down Thomas, but he gets taken down. But Cabby will be there for the refrag. 3 versus 2. Cabby and Rels in a 2-on-2. Now the bomb is going down. Cabby, though, nice little tap. Oh, I didn't notice there for a second that the bomb wasn't going down. It is dropped. It's on them to recover it. Crucial in a 1-on-2, trying to tap away with the USP. That angle is so hard to catch, but he still manages to do it. Now Crucial already has 2 kills on the board. He needs to get a 3rd. For either player, this has to be the 3rd kill. They need to step up tremendously. Crucial coming around the corner. This is really great stuff from him. I don't think Abby's going to be expecting it. Crucial coming around the bomb side. There is no way that Cabby expects this. This should be an easy tap for Crucial. He comes around back, and there it is. Team Endpoint with their first round on the board.
I mean, that's a way to start things off with Star for Crucial. He is the big star player for Endpoint. He's the one you're looking towards whenever you need some powerlifting done, and doesn't even stop to reload. 2 bullets in the magazine. He's cool as a cucumber. Crucial, always lethal, always great. And remember, Lyngby Vikings, they picked up this map because Endpoint's not too fantastic on it themselves. They don't play it as much as a few of the other ones in their pool. So they were hoping to start off with a nice little start. And Crucial over here, he's showing us a little bit of what is definitely going to be needed from him consistently throughout this series, should they want to win. Lyngby Vikings did impress us quite a bit earlier on as well, but the question is, can they continue to do so? They 4-spot up, lots and lots of money for them. But, unfortunately, without that bomb plant, it is only the singular Galil. So, we'll have to wait to see how things turn out for them. Smoke comes out early on. Cyril and Mighty Max wanting to play this in a bit of an aggressive angle on that B side.
The Vikings will be taking things slow because they're smoked off, but Deagles can be very deadly, especially against these SMGs, as long as they can capitalize on the range advantage. Now, Bird is able to take down Crucial, but immediately Robin will be trading it. 4-on-4 now, only the Deagles remain up against the SMGs. I don't think the M4 has been recovered or it's even within an earshot. Manx, though, he's given up a lot of information as he moves up the toilet. Robin, he's going to wrap around. He gets one. And that's pretty much all he gets. The terrorists lining up their utility. Mighty Max takes down Twins, and Surreal follows it up as well. Cabby now in a 1 versus 3.
Oh,
not going to last very long.
And Vikings, they had a chance there. Bird was in a great position, but unfortunately he didn't realize that Robin was right next to him. Then Robin comes through with the multi-kills, making sure he can do everything they need with the MP9. Otherwise, Vikings definitely looked like they should have been able to get a foot in the door in that round with their positioning. But when all said and done, Endpoint do capitalize, do bring it all together. And now you see them on the good old 3 SMGs versus the 0 Kevlar on the Lyngby Vikings side. Always a nice thing to have. So hopefully some cash will be farmed up. Crucial, though, starts off pretty with his own 2 shots. Robin as well coming in, reminding us that just because the SMGs can farm cash doesn't mean these 2 players will let them.
Robin now follows it up in connector. That's a lot of control being taken early on by the CT side, barely allowing LV to to breathe. And now without a single casualty, they're able to pick up their third round, which is exactly what they need, especially considering how easy it is to let go of the CT side economy. Now Twin coming up with an AWP.
And that's always interesting on the T side, yeah. I mean, especially on a map like Overpass, it's definitely, you know, something you can use. But we've seen so often that some teams just forgo it entirely. It's always it gives a testament of the flavor of a team, you know. And I like Vikings' flavor. Let's see whether or not they can bring it out onto this dish, though, because Endpoint, they're a different level right now. I thought Heretics was too, but Endpoint definitely a team that's used to mopping up what would be considered lower level opposition. So, you know, they know to dot their I's and cross their T's, make sure they don't just get caught off. And you can see that even right here. Not a single player from Endpoint over towards A long. They don't want to contest with, you know, the rifles. They're saying, we've got SMGs. This is a bonus round, but let's play to our strengths. And that's exactly what we're seeing from them. Full utility is there, so that's always good. Vikings, in the meanwhile, though, seems like they're content with control over sewers. And the question is, will Endpoint be looking to retake it later on in the round with a few good flashes, or will they just be continuing to coalesce their defense around in the vicinity?
Because of the initial information that was given away and the nature of the map, they have a lot more attention towards B, but they have one player pushed up towards toilets. Now, Crucial, he's trying to see if he can find something around the smoke. I think he has the information on Rouse, but not quite. Getting around the corner now. This should be the first fight coming out. The flashbang goes in. Crucial gets one, gets two, is not able to pick up the third, but that's still quite a bit of damage coming out from the CT side, and that's tons of information. Now the bomb is moving up towards short. They don't have much time to work with, only 20 seconds left on the clock. They have to try to find a pick before they move in. Already 2 players on the A bomb site, and they're going to have to waste quite a bit of time checking all of these angles. Rouse, he's getting kited by Robin, but fortunately he's able to get the kill. Goes for the fake plant before he actually commits to it, and that is something that needs some guts to commit to. In the nick of time, still cancels the plan and gets the kill. Now a 3 versus 2 situation. Thomas and Surreal, they have to try to get this clutch. Thomas around the bomb site. Rouse yet again. Oh, he almost stopped the kite from happening there. And now Thomas in a 1 versus 2. Cabby and Bird. This is going to be very difficult for him because he has to deal with 2 opposing angles, and he doesn't have a defuse kit, and he will be put down. Lyngby Vikings with their first round on the board.
And what a way to do it as well, like you said, Ral's coming alive. And, you know, both him and Manx were the 2 players who really impressed us earlier on across Dust 2 and Vertigo. And Ral's, you know, he had his nerves on Dust 2, let's be honest. He missed a few sprays. He made a couple of mistakes here and there, but he did manage to bring it all together. And always good to see him coming alive, you know, bringing something together for the T side over here. But Manx has to be the other player to come alive. He's explosive, he's fantastic, but Twinks in the meanwhile, you know what? Sometimes he can be explosive and fantastic as well, but Crucial still here to equalize. Always the man to bring it back in the favor of the Brits. Endpoint, what a find he has been for them. Absolutely fantastic stuff from him in the past few months. He's just been leveling up his game time and time again. And now, Mighty Max, he's the in-game leader, but he has been known to step up. The question is this going to be one of those moments?
Interesting that Lyngby Vikings are taking control of Connector pretty late in the round, and they haven't given any information whatsoever, which is why I do not think that Endpoint are ready for this, because they have 2 players stationed towards long. And now they're finally going to be checking towards toilets. Robin gets 1. He swings around for the second, but he knows when to back off. The advantage has been secured by the CT side. A little bit of damage being done by the nade, but not too much. And this resets the pace for the T's, but Cabby, he's going to walk right into the bomb site. He realizes that there's not a single person to actually contest the bomb site. Bomb goes down. Now the retake comes in. The CT side, they do have the advantage here. 2 players coming in from long. 2 players from bank and CT respectively. Is he going to get CSGO'd as he waits for the crosshair? Robin comes around, gets Cabby. In a 2 versus 4 situation, this should be pretty difficult for them to close this out. Rouse is able to get a kill, but the bomb defused. Just the smoke makes it impossible for them to really do anything from here.
I mean, Robin's position in that retake was perfect. He just knew exactly where he needed to be able to deny any sort of aggression from the T side, allowing that defuse to come through without any hitches whatsoever. And That's always good to see there. Now, Endpoint up 4-1. But keep in mind, buys will come through from the T side because that's just how the T side... What is this? Twinks. He almost gets that line up perfectly. That's a wallbang. That would have been a really nice one to see coming out. But look at how aggressive Endpoint are. They say, you know what, let's just go past. And they will find Manx as well, who was expecting the push. So despite the read being correct, they're not able to capitalize individually. Unfortunately, the information given away also means that you're not going to have an easy time coming up onto A. The one good thing for them is that Robin is playing up towards the divider. And now it's only Crucial they have to contend with. I say only Crucial, but he's got himself 2 kills and practically secured the round already.
This is looking very difficult here for the terrorist side, but they do have a minute to work with. They have an AWP, so the potential for picks is possible. Twinks smoked out. This further delays anything that they can come up with. Ooh, Rouse immediately shut down by Robin. Now 1 versus 5. What Twinks can hope for the best case scenario is just to save the weapon, but that doesn't happen. Robin picks it up.
5-1, Endpoint. 10 kills on Robin, 10 kills on Crucial. That's insanity. 6 rounds in, you've got 2 players on 10 apiece. No one's died more than 3 times, so money will start to reflect that if this keeps going on, and there's no reason for it not to. You look at Vikings, they've got themselves 2 AKs and a few deagles. They're hoping to find a miracle round, but miracles don't happen all that easily, and that Molotov to make sure they can't cross too quickly, well, that matters all the more when you don't have the smokes to put it out. You don't have much utility to work with in the first place. And now all you've got is 3 flashes, 2 Molotovs, and you're hoping, to dear God, that one way or another these deagles find some picks. Fortunately, they do have the money to buy in the next round regardless, but even so, Rawls finding a few shots in. Twinks is the one to christen his name on the scoreboard in this round, though. Mighty Max with a flashbang in his favor will take down Twinks, and with that, a 4v3 in favor of Endpoint.
I think Endpoint has been very good with regards to how they've been using their utility, getting the information and only using it really when the Lyngby Vikings has had to push in, or at the point where there isn't really much time for Lyngby Vikings to work around it. And this is something that's paying off for them. There's just Cabby that has an AK-47. The other 2, all they have is deagles and not even any armor. 40 seconds on the clock. Ooh, what's this coming out from them? It's a boost. Not sure if they were able to get any information there.
Oh, Max had a chance of being able to wide swing out with that deagle, but unfortunately he's not able to get it. Mighty Max, though, he's still so concerned about losing his AK. He really wants to take that forward, but he does end up going down. Cabby finding a crucial kill. Bird as well, bringing down another, making sure that Endpoint will always be humble in their economy. But Lyngby Vikings, at some point, it's not about economy. At some point, it's about the big 2 numbers up top, and those numbers are only changing for one side, and that's Endpoint.
And the economy isn't even that bad for Team Endpoint. They can still afford to buy up if they lose a round. It's just that they can't afford 2 consecutive losses. So it's not that easy to break the economy of the CT side. Crucial, aggressive towards connector. He goes for the repeat, and he's able to get 2. 5 on 3. Lyngby Vikings shut down before the round even starts, pretty much. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, and there's only 3 players remaining. And this is something that Endpoint is doing really well, where with the aggression, with the information, and off of the back of Crucial's plays with the AWP, they're able to get quite a bit done. And even when he didn't have the AWP, he was pushing up aggressive with the M4.
Vikings, this is where you see your mettle tested. I mean, I know they've got Fetish as their coach, legendary Danish in-game leader from days gone by, but this is where you need him to give you that pep talk. Manx is coming alive, hopefully. He needs to find another, and only with 6 HP, this is where you prove stardom. Can he come through is the question, but with utility flying in his way all over the place, it doesn't look like it'll be possible. His teammate going down just adds salt to the wounds, and the wounds will spread, and with it, his life will go. 7-1, Endpoint are not letting go of the pedal at any point. You can see how aggressive Crucial has been getting with the AWP. You can see how they've been positioning, and you can see the hallmarks of a successful CT side when they've got 2 AKs in their hands.
What we're seeing right now is such a contrast to what we saw in the morning against Heretics. I mean, it was an all Rouse and Manx show, but right now they're not really able to step up with their individual frags. But that also comes down to just how they're getting shut down entirely. Team Endpoint, they already have an opening kill. Robin, though, gets shut down. 4 versus 4.
Oh,
coming up short. Crucial, another shot from him. Crucial is making their lives hell. Thomas around the corner trying to find the shot on Twinks, who is quite low on HP, so it doesn't even matter though, because Mighty Max is there to pick things up from behind, and Cabby will be falling to his M4 as well.
Big round from... I mean, big round coming out, but unfortunately... I mean, I'm saying this about every single round, because the problem is that until Endpoint gets to that territory where 3 of them are at that 7k plus where they are now, every single round is a big round, because every single round is one where Vikings can say, hey, we just need 2 round wins and we reset you. That's exactly what they were looking for before. Now, though, you need 3. And that makes things completely different. That means you have to win this round, otherwise you're looking at a definite 10-5. And even now, it wouldn't be too bad for them to get that. But Twinks over here, he doesn't want to settle for a 10-5. Manx comes in as well. Great entries. Ooh. 2 quick, crisp, beautiful headshots coming out, which will allow them to bomb plant if they can bring it back. But look at where Robin is. Look at where Crucial is. If Robin doesn't get taken down by Cabby, maybe he can do something. But Cabby, that's just perfect position for a lurk. Picture perfect and 8-1.
Yeah, playing off of that smoke was really good. Crucial though, I think he just has to go for a save at this point. Not really much he can do, but he has to be wary of the flank that's coming up towards long. It's going to be Cabby that he has to be worried about. Crucial though, he comes around the corner. Scoped is able to pick up the kill, but now his information has been given away. It doesn't even even though it does matter quite a bit whether or not he holds on to the AWP, it's not the end of the world, because the CT side, they do have a bit of money built up. They have 10k on a couple of players and 5,000 average on the rest.
Oh, that's absolutely true, but you look at how their money is spread apart. This is where, like I said before, this was the 1 round Vikings needed to win to put Endpoint in a territory where Endpoint has to be worried. And you can already see Max goes for the UMP so that he can pull out the utility. And that might not look like much because we know it's a pretty damn good gun. But it's a sign of things to come. If they lose this round, that's 1 more buy that Endpoint have before being reset. And that's where Vikings can feasibly look towards a 9-6, even, dare I say it, an 8-7. And Thomas, he's been spotted out by Rolls, but who's spotting out who? As he's the one who's getting all the damage. Surreal finds 1. Bird is there with the trade, pulls out the nade, and that's a mistake and a half.
The terrorist side now down a man. 4 versus 3. Ooh, Twinks might be able to get this kill, and he does towards shore, but Crucial responds immediately by taking down Cabby. Now, Mighty Max, he has a pretty good position here to potentially shut down Twinks, and I'm not sure if Twinks is ready for this, because he has maneuvered around this like a champ. The bomb's still all the way on A long, though I'm not sure what's going on here. I think they just weren't able to regroup effectively, but Rawls with the bomb, with 50 seconds, and half HP. He does have a chance here, but it's going to be very difficult with all of the CTs trying to pincer him from all sides. When the rotation comes in from the CT side and there's already a toilet player waiting with another one coming right up, I think it's going to be a challenge and a half. The bomb starts to go down. Is it going to be interrupted though? Nope. Is able to get that money, but he gets shut down.
Like Crucial couldn't even believe that there was a bomb being planted behind him. Like, wait, what? Really? You realize I have an AWP, right? I can literally just take... Of course it'll be on bank side, obviously. Wait, it's on default? And you're mollying off bank? What's going on here, buddy? And you know, I'm joking about it, but in a 1v3 where you've got that little information because all your teammates died approximately in the same place over in B, there isn't much you can do in that situation. You know, you need to have the level of awareness that maybe some of these younger players don't have. So there is that. But now you see Crucial getting aggressive up the stairs, but a flashbang will force him back away from the angle. Question is, what's Lyngby Vikings going to do right here? Because their strat book has been falling a little bit short of the task that they have been allotted.
This time they have a lot of attention towards Long, and this time they're going to be taking control of toilets all the way from Long. The bomb as well, quite close up, so this could be very risky if the information is given away. But that one flashbang absolutely destroying these two players as Bird picks up a double, and that was kind of insane. I mean, the way he got those two headshots back to back. 5-on-3 now. The CT side absolutely being pushed back. Should be a pretty clean round for the T's, unless the CTs can pull a rabbit out of their hats. Looking quite unlikely, though. Or a bird.
Very important. Can't let birds be discriminated against. Even though I don't like them. But hey, you do. So there is that. Endpoint, though, you can see the impact that, you know, not being able to save those weapons a few rounds ago is having on them. They're being forced to save these 3 rifles, and otherwise, a couple of rounds ago, you would have seen Endpoint go for this 100%. They don't have Crucial alive, but they do still have Surreal. Thomas is somehow almost not able to get the kill. He does end up dying. So Bird is probably really happy about that. He says, alright, I've got 2 kills. I'll count that as my 3rd. Why not? That round's all me, boys. Stats or not. And so far, a few of those rounds have been all him, because he's got 10 kills. He's the only person on his team to have hit double digits. And the 2 players we were waxing lyrical about, Rals and Manx, unfortunately not stepping up at all.
That is true. It's I don't think they've had the same amount of opportunities, though, because if you look at the previous game that we saw, the way the places in which Manx was able to shine were mostly on the CT side, and the only time that he didn't shine on the CT side was when he was situated on a bomb site where there wasn't much action, which is kind of rare, I think. But now I don't think they feel as comfortable on the terror side, and I'm not sure if I can say anything about their performance on Overpass, because I haven't seen them previously.
Well, Endpoint so far have been looking good. They've been making me eat my words, at least, where I said that they might not be the most experienced in the world, but they're definitely showing me that I might be slightly wrong. Remember, though, the real test is on the T side of this map, as Lyngby Vikings are finding out and experiencing firsthand right now. So Endpoint, CD side is all fine and well, but the question is it going to be enough? Robin playing from inside the toilets will be assisted by Crucial finding a kill right behind him. But Robin's the one in the hot spot. Thomas is actually taking away a few of those kills that he probably should have had, as he himself will back off as well. Crucial is waiting for the cross. Does not land the shot. Unfortunately, he started to move before he clicked there. And he does end up letting it fall. Molotov goes in. It's a bit late, but it will force Raz off position. And let's see how this goes 4v3.
Cabby waiting in bank. He's waiting for Mighty Max to push in. He gets one. He tries to follow it up with a spray, but Surreal will be taking him down. 2 versus 2. Robin, he sees the AWP player, and this is very difficult for him because, oh my god, despite the long range, he's able to pick up that kill. Rawls now in a 1 versus 2. He has to try to stop the bomb defusal. The smoke will go down, and the defuse is about to come in. The flashbang impeding his progress a little bit further. Robin missing his shots, but it's not going to matter because he's able to follow it up with a crisp headshot, and that was all from Robin. I mean, being able to pick up the kill on the upper long range and defend his teammate on the defusal. That's crispy stuff.
I hate to be the one who points out individual mistakes because I really don't like doing that, but unfortunately I do feel like that round did somewhat come down to Twinks jumping and then re-peeking out. It felt like if you just let it be a 2v2, he jumps up maybe once just to make sure Robin has to be careful for long, and then he repositions from inside the toilets. His teammates just got all the more support. They can maybe stop that bomb from being defused, but look at this early aggression towards B. Short. Mighty Max is forced back into the smoke as Twinks is, well, he is missing a few shots that maybe he wishes he hadn't. Now, though, Manx moving forward. He's been great with a few entries on this angle before, and he'll be here once again. One is there, the second is not. And in a 4v5, the CTs will have to defend from a man down and Mighty Max in the water.
Oh, Max in the water. He gets one. He's unfortunately not able to follow it up, but Lyngby Vikings still have the advantage here. Look at Mighty Max, though. He's jumping into the bomb site like Superman, and he still manages to survive somehow. Gets a little bit of team damage done as well. And now the CTs are in a pretty uncomfortable spot. Cabby picks up one. He's waiting for the push to come in from water. Mighty Max, he gets a smoke for his support. He's able to get one. Is he going to be able to stop this Opera, though? The CT looking quite uncomfortable here. Mighty Max still alive despite all the chaos. He picks up another. How are you doing this, Mighty Max? Playing like Superman, but he's still able to get it. Oh, that was so close. Bird somehow gets the headshot through the smoke. And I am at a loss for words for how Mighty Max was able to survive. I mean, he jumped in with the UMP. That smoke wasn't covering him there for a second. He went around the corner, and he still managed to be the one that had to stick the ninja defuse at the very end. That was... I don't know what to say.
Listen, Max, if you're watching this, you know I love you, but that comes down to having the UMP instead of the MP9. You put an MP9 in that Superman's hands, he's flying everywhere, he's taking everyone down. If you manage to stay alive that long by being able to weave in and out of smokes, you really want the higher fire rate. And that's where, you know, the UMP can be really good, but the MP9 is just insane in the current metagame, and we can see why so many pros do prioritize it as much as they do. Look at Crucial now, no longer on an AWP. He's got a scout, and he's got a tag with it already. A second one coming in. Crucial's not giving this one up for free by any stretch of the imagination. He's here to party, and, you know, he'll be able to do so. Keeps all the Vikings off for long enough that his teammates can make their way over, and now it's all about the 5v5 as Max gets a quick one.
Very nice nade. Now the terrorists this time around, I think they're going to be going for a quick push because the bomb is already stationed towards long. Thomas, though, he's flashed out of his mind, still managed to get the headshot. Not able to get the second frag, though, as Cabby picks up 2 quick kills to open bomb site A. Twinks follows it up. And now is just Robin and Surreal holding on to pistols and sets of armor. Robin doesn't even have a full set of armor. He just has Kevlar. Coming in from bank, Robin gets spotted. Rouse picks up 1, picks up second with a nice headshot. And it's 10-5. I think Lyngby Vikings brought it back quite a bit. I think 5 rounds is a pretty comfortable spot to be in.
Well, it's not comfortable, but it's definitely, you know, it's definitely a good place to find yourself when you're down 8-1. So, later on, they really did get into the stride of things. They really did stop dying to Crucial early on, which was obviously a big deal. Crucial just consistently finding multi-kill after multi-kill just to start the round off, which is not the most pleasant place to be in, realistically, as a T-side. But now, the question is, who wins this pistol? Because if Endpoint managed to get the good old Glock train going, then choo, you're all over Vikings. Because the problem then comes in, you're looking at probably a 12-5, and that's a very difficult scoreline. On the flip side, 10-7, that's practically nothing. 3 rounds, that's just a gun round and a half.
Team Endpoint. I want to see how their T side is in contrast to Lyngby Vikings, but Cabby, he's been stepping up quite a bit for his team, and he does so again by taking out a major threat in the form of Crucial. The bomb making its way towards the B bomb site now, and I really appreciate how different this is from Lyngby Vikings. I mean, they didn't opt for any utility, which is something we've been seeing quite consistently from teams. But they have 5 sets of Kevlar. They're relying on their aim entirely. Let's see if this works out for them. A 1-for-1 trade in the B bomb site. Thomas, though, he picks up a second, and there's boost from Bird from Sky. He's able to pick up 1 on Thomas. 3 versus 2, but the CTs are so low. The Glocks are going to be very difficult to contend with. Bird goes down, so does Cabby. Comes down to Twinks. USB in hand, 1 headshot, not able to follow it up with a second, though. Very unfortunate because Max, he's on 3 health points.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Vikings are going to go back and watch that and wonder all the things they could have done slightly differently, maybe. And it's unfortunate, but it is just how it is. I mean, the second kill coming out from Thomas, that's what really sealed the deal. The 1-for-1 initially made it look like Endpoint might have actually been on the back foot, but the flashbang that came through allowed Thomas to get the second kill onto the player inside water, and that really brought them back into a big advantage. Otherwise, Vikings' boost would have just put them in probably a 4v2 or something on those lines. But it is what it is. And now the question is, can Vikings pull out the steal? Can they bring out the heist? Can they bring it all together? They do have Cabby fairly far forward with the MP9. He has very little backup, so this could get a little bit hairy. Cabby hears Surreal, but hearing doesn't matter if you can't take him down. Max playing from underneath the stairs and connector will find one. That's a bomb as well. That is denied. He's forced to walk into the flames, and that's not going to be doing him any favors. Goes back, and Crucial's there to greet him with open arms.
Yeah, that was a little unlucky there for Manx because he accidentally gave away a pixel of information towards connector, which is why he constantly had to worry about getting pincered in from the back of connector. And that's pretty much what lost him his life, getting burnt up by the molly. But now we're seeing a play come in from the terrorist side, taking control of B bomb site slowly. And Rawls, he knows this information is there, misses the shot with a deagle. Oh, he gets one. He tries to follow it up with a second, but Thomas with 2 quick kills and Crucial with a Mac 10 to the head of Twinks. 12-5. I mean, Endpoint, they're looking very comfortable here. That's the thing about the terrorist side, though. If you follow it up, I mean, as soon as you win the pistol round, you have such a massive gun advantage that it's really difficult to come back off of.
Yeah, especially when you look at this is realistically almost definitely going to be 13-5. You do have the Eagles on Vikings this side, so I'm not counting them out completely, but being down 13-5 is not the easiest thing in the world, especially when Thomas starts off that way. What a good little kill for him to find. Bird from Sky was trying to be extra cheeky, not going for the standard boost. I think he was just boosted on top of a crouch player rather than a standing player. Manx connects with a shot, but it's not the one he wanted. Not quite to the dome. And it's all about Twinks at this point. He's only got a US speed, though, and that's a problem unless he can get a couple of straight headshots soon. And that's simply not going to be happening. Cabby picks up an AK. Maybe he can be the one to save the day.
It's going to be quite difficult because he doesn't have armor, and that's not going to matter because he gets headshotted by Crucial. 4-on-2 now. Rouse and Manx, the only saving grace I think they have is the fact that they have quite a bit of HP to work with and a couple deagles. Now, it looks like the play is going to be towards the B-bomb site. Lyngby Vikings, they are not ready for this push. Their players, they opted to gamble towards the A site, and that is not going to work out. Bomb should be going down quite comfortably, and now we really have to look at what kind of money situation Lyngby Vikings is going to be. I mean, they have a 2,900 round loss bonus, so around 5k, so they get one chance to potentially start building up an economy or even come back into the game, but that's just the nature of the CT side. Even if they win a few rounds in a row off of that, it only needs to be 1 or 2 unlucky losses where Team Endpoint can pretty much close the game. That's why they have to be very careful from here on out.
And remember, this is Vikings' own map pick. And the one afterwards, well, it is Mirage, so, you know, it might end up being slightly kinder. We did see them excelling in what were slightly buggier maps early on, Dust and Vertigo, and being able to find it out with the best of them. But Endpoint's obviously, you know, they're a little bit... They're in that territory in Mirage where I would be quite concerned if you're Vikings. Because I was thinking Vikings has a chance if they win Overpass by taking it to a 3-game series. Mirage is a tough one for them to get. But they've surprised me early on today. Maybe they can. Overpass is not done just quite yet, though. Even if it may seem like it at times. Connector control has been forfeited. The 2 players going back towards the A side are not going to be hunted down. So it's all about Twinks finding that first shot, and he's found the opening advantage. What are they going to do?
Ooh, look at Thomas. He's trying to make a cheeky play around the smoke. Oh, he forfeits that, and that works out for him because if he tried to push through the smoke, that would have been the end for him. Now, Lyngby Vikings, they're playing quite passive. They have 3 players on the B bomb side, 2 players. I mean, on the other hand, A is not looking so passive because they're quite pushed up. They have 1 player towards long who's pretty much all the way in playground, and he might actually be able to catch the bomb here. This could work out beautifully for them if Cabby and Bird, they can shut down this bomber. Thomas, he's given away the information. This could be really bad, but Thomas makes it to safety. Oh, that could have been so bad if the bomb was dropped. That could have been it for Endpoint. Cabby coming in the connector. Thomas turns around and is able to shut down Cabby.
Yeah,
For a second there, Lyngby Vikings looked like they had a hold on that round, but Thomas, that was so cheeky, running around the entire map with the bomb, and he even turns around and shuts down the one threat that he had. That was... I don't know what to say about that. Team Endpoint, very nicely done.
Big stuff from them. And Crucial as well, finding his way over towards Heaven. That is a big set of kills for him to find. The 2K just making it so, but... he's all alone. He's got no chance. This retake won't be happening for him. He knows it. So he's taking the M4 forward, hoping that he can pull out some heroics. Maybe they even force buy around it, realistically, because you will have him being able to drop a gun. Let's see how it goes. Tagged up heavily. Yeah, it's just... oh, no. Wait. That's just enough damage to take him down as well. He can't drop anymore. That is... worrisome.
Yeah, I think he was too worried to go up the stairs. He was worried that he might get mixed there.
Yeah. And now you see the Vikings, they have to make an aggressive move, Wild AE, because now you don't have the firepower. You don't have the fire rate. Let's see.
Now, Lyngby Vikings, they only have 2 rounds to work with. If Endpoint gets 2 rounds, this is it. And it's going to be an uphill battle because working it up on Mirage, obviously going to be very difficult considering the fact that it's Endpoint's map. Now, 3 players on the B bomb site. I want to see the positions here. Now, Rouse. Around the corner, he has a little bit of information that there's a player around Monster, but I like this from Team Endpoint where they have the bomb all the way back. We saw this in a previous round as well, that they did not let go of the bomb. 3 versus 3 now. Ooh, Endpoint, they're just getting... For a second there, it looked like the round was gone for them, but now brought it back to a 2-on-2.
Well, I mean, look at where Rans is. It still might be a very difficult spot for them because Rans has got complete control over Suez and Connector. So for them to get into the B bomb site is nearly impossible. And Manx, we've seen him with the Deagle having a few great shots here and there. Robin and Crucial. They are going to be funneled over towards A, but with 30 seconds left on the clock, the question always will be, do you have time to check the angles? And I don't know if that's going to be the case. Manx, he's playing very safe, and he doesn't realize that Crucial is actually already very, very close to him, and this could be troubling. Crucial's found the perfect timing to come around with the wraparound, and Manx will not be expecting this whatsoever, but he gets the kill nonetheless. Crucial's HP coming into play over there. Manx even getting some damage in onto Robin, and with so little time left, Robin will be able to plot, but he's spotted out in the meanwhile. Now, Rolls chucks out a mic, and let's see how it goes. Mike, right, chucks out a mic. That's a thing.
Robin, he's playing this to perfection. He knows he can't get the aim duel because he didn't have the HP for it. But unfortunately, he gets CSGO there as he peeks out right at the time where Rolls was ready for it. Not able to get the timing quite right. And Lyngby Vikings, they have a round, but that's still problematic. Losing so many players. They barely have $4,000 to work with. Twinks has an M4. He should be able to get a bit of utility, but they are forfeiting a bit of firepower here. For example, Bird, he has a FAMAS, but he doesn't have any head armor. No utility on Cabby, no utility on Mag, so they're going to have to play off some aggressive pushes because the lack of utility generally just means that, okay, you have to try to minimize the numbers because that's the one advantage that you can get. And Manx, he's going to be doing exactly that as he takes down Surreal. 5-on-4, Lyngby putting themselves in a pretty good spot to begin the round.
Rolls over here as well, ready with a flashbang, but it might have been slightly mistimed. Thomas able to take him down, and with that he leaves Bird alone, and Bird will be the next to fall. These rotations are not going to be in time. Twinks needs to be big, and he's found the first. Can he continue on? As it looks like he can't. Crucial shuts him down, and Cabby and Manx both very quickly rushing over towards Shaw. Crucial's turned around, but he's not brought down. Robin will not be able to get the bomb planted, so at the very least, he's given Manx a chance. A bomb is dropped for Manx's favor, but Crucial. 3 kills for him. Gorgeous stuff. And it's just been the story all... Yeah, that's what I was just about to get to. It's been the story all across. It's not just a 30 bomb. It's the fact that he's got He's got 10 deaths, man. 29 kills and 10 deaths. That's insane.
And that's the thing about his kills as well, though. A lot of his kills have been so impactful, like getting up close and personal, getting those aggressive picks, and saving his team in these clutch moments. It's not just a matter of picking up kills, it's about picking up the kills that matter. Now, Crucial getting tagged up quite a bit, only on 21 points of health, but that's going to be okay because he has a correct weapon for it. Ooh, Mighty Max comes around swinging, and he's able to get Twings. Cabby, despite the fact that he was able to respond, still loses his life. 4-on-3, Bird gets punished for that push, and Team Endpoint, they're one way away from the big W. Rawls and Manx. Well, not the big W, the small W, because there's still a map to go at the very least.
Capitalization matters, that's true. Manx, can he stop any sort of W from coming in this round? It's looking increasingly unlikely as the clock ticks by, and he does have a nade, but Real's playing in the exact same position where Cabby was a couple of rounds ago, and you know what, he's not caught out either. It works, you know, why? Just steal it from your enemies, make it your own. That's exactly what he does, and he does it better. Real's 1v4. He'd like to be able to steal quite a few things from his enemies right now. Rounds would be one of them, but is looking nearly impossible. Yeah, it's looking nearly impossible. He does have some information, but the information he has is misleading. Surreal, though, doesn't realize exactly where he is. And Ralls, I thought he might just try and wallbang through the roof over there. I don't even know if that's possible from that angle, but he will come in from the side. 10 seconds left. The bomb is planted. He's scouted out. He does get one, but that's just going to be stats at the end score, as it's not going to be too pretty. Now, remember, this is only the first game, so we'll be back with map number 2 very soon.